In a city, people were electing the king. Whoever is willing to go and live in a forest after 5 years. Everybody was so scared because the forest had a lot of strange animals, like dangerous animals. Definitely, whoever goes there will not survive. But few people were ready to take up the charge as a king because any one day we are going to die. Why don't we live as a king and die as a king? That is what some people thought, and they took the responsibility as a king. Some of them could not survive for 5 years even, and those who survived were sent to the forest and they died there. There was one king who survived for 5 years and who was about to be sent to the forest on that day. People are all waiting to see how he has been going there. The king came with full of ornaments and fully dressed up and with huge smile in his face, and all these people in the city were so surprised, like how come a person be very happy if he knows that he is going to die. Then he says, like he sees the boat and says, like, this is not the way I should be sent. I am going as a king, so bring me a decorated boat and also a big decorated seat for me so that I can sit and travel. Then everybody were worried, like why he is talking like this. Anyway, they arranged for the same. The king sat there, and the one who was taking the boat, he was asking him, like, are you not afraid? Do you know where we are going? Then the king said, yes, definitely I know very well. You come only once in 5 years to take the king to the forest, so you may not know what has been happening. So this man was so surprised, like, what is happening? He said, like, as soon as I took charge of a king in this city, I also know that I will be sent after 5 years to that forest. So what I did is, first year, I sent all those people who can kill all those strange animals in the forest so that none of the animals will be alive to kill me. Second year, I sent a lot of farmers in order to make that land fertile, and I wanted to grow a lot of plants there, and that work is going on. And the third year, I sent a lot of civil engineers and other engineers to build a city, to construct roads and a lot of buildings. And then the fourth year, I sent a lot of educated ministers, those who can create a kingdom there. Now I'm going there as a king. Now I have a city there, not a forest. So now I'm going to stay there, I'm going to rule, and I'm going to enjoy the remaining life. This boatman was really shocked, like, why none of them did this before? Because they did not think beyond the reality. Then the king said, like, if you want to join my kingdom, you can join, you can be my boatman there. So this is something unique, which is what is expected out of all of us, because we are all going with a routine thinking what others do, and we don't want to think differently. When you start thinking differently, we will have lot of avenues in front of us, lot of openings we will get. And in 21st century, the critical thinking and creative thinking is very essential, and our children should also practice to think different, to think beyond certain boundary level. There was an athlete named Roger Bannister, and there was a track record that 1 mile can be run more than 4 minutes. Nobody ran less than 4 minutes. So this man was trying to do, but everybody cautioned him, saying that if you start trying to do that, you will get a heart attack, you will die, because many people have tried. Then Roger Bannister was a medical student, and he don't want to stop with that, and he wanted to do some research and find out what actually happens when he runs in lesser time. So he could find that the blood pumping capability of the heart has to be improved in order to sustain that. So he thought, like, okay, I'm exercising for my legs, calf muscles and feet, but I should concentrate on the heart pumping, blood pumping capability also, in order to make sure that I can beat that record. So he takes a different type of practice, and he makes sure that the blood pumping capability of his heart increases. and thereby when he tries to run in less than 4 minutes, he will not die out of heart attack. So he practices so well, and also he plays, I mean, he runs as an athlete with the same vigor, and he was the one who set the record of running a mile less than 4 minutes. But surprisingly, the very next year, more than 60-70 people crossed his record. So that was possible because one person has to think different and others will follow. But the one who thinks different will always be the one person in achieving things. So we have to think different, and we have to think all possible ways. We should not close our mind thinking that this is the final and this is the end of everything. Stay blessed.